Welcome back. In this video, I'll be walking you through differential calculus, which is higher derivation. Outline of this video. The first one is definition of higher derivation, which is derivative. Definition of higher derivative. The second one is example on higher derivative. And the third one is trigonometry function on higher derivative. This is Further Solution Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Please share and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos and subscribe to our channel. Okay. At the end of this lesson, you should know all these three things. The first one is definition, example under them, and trigonometry function on higher derivative. Now, can we start? Now, if we are talking about higher derivative, it means we are differentiating in number of n terms. Now, if I have a function like this, f of x, a of n. Now, this is if I have y of n, it means y prime can also be written as the y, the x. It will be what? N a x n minus 1. Now, if I move on to the next one, if I have prime, I can call it d square y, or okay, equals to what? Now, this one will be what? N bracket of n minus 1 bracket of a x n minus 2. Now, this is my second term. Now, of doing this, I'm working towards what? Higher derivative. I'm doing it, I can do it in third time, which I have what? Of 3, which also can be written as what? 3 of y, which is what? A bracket of n minus 1 bracket of what? N minus 2. It will be ax raised to power n minus 3, and so on and so forth. Now, that is what I'm referring to what? Higher derivative. This is not stopping at 1, not stopping at 2, not stopping at 3. I can continue to what? To n term. To n term. And don't forget that our e of x can, our derivative of this always remain the same. Except I have it. If I have a constant something like this, if I have y prime of this, which also can be written as y of this, it will be what? A. Now, if I now have prime of this, it will be what? D square y, a square, e raised to power x. If I have of 3, it will be d3 of y, which is same thing as what? a3 e raised to power. Now, I can run to what? Which is a of n can also be written as of 1 all over what? Which is what? an e raised to power what? Now, what I perform here is known as what? Higher derivative. What I perform here is known as what? Higher derivative. This is my first, this is normal, this is our function, this is the first derivative, second derivative, third derivative. I can now take it from that method to what? To nth derivative, which is I have what? I have this. Now, the number of, the number of term determined. Now, if I have, for example, don't forget, just let me give you some problem. Example, I have find n term of the following. The first one, I can have a, if I have y equals to ln x, and also I have y equals to 1 all over x. I want to differentiate, I want to find the n term of these two problems. Okay, I'm asked to find the n term of them. Okay, let me divide it to 2. Solution number 1, this is B. Solution. Now, I have my y equals to ln of x. Y prime of this, it will be what? 1 all over x, which I can write this as x raised to the power minus 1. Now, if I have y prime of this, it will be what? Minus 1 all squared, raised to the power 1 factorial, x raised to the power minus 2. If I have 1, 2, 2, that will be third time, it will be minus 1, 2 factorial, x raised to the power 3. Now, if I move on to the last term now of my n term, okay, let me do more of it. If I have y of 4, which it will be what? Minus 1 raised to the power 3 factorial, x raised to the power minus 4. Okay, I can now run to the last time now, the n term, which I have. This one will be what? Minus 1 bracket of what? This one will be now n minus 1 factorial and x raised to power minus n. X raised to power minus n. X raised to power n. Now I can now as well as write this can be written as what? Which implies y of n equals to what? 1 raised to power n minus 1 factorial and all divided by what? X raised to power n. That is my final answer. Okay. All divided by x raised to power n. That is my final answer. Okay. Now, x raised to power n. Now, for the second one, I can do the same. Y prime, the function is equals to this. Y prime is equals to what? I can write this as x raised to power minus 1. I can write that as that. Okay. If I have that, y prime, it will be what? 1 raised to power minus 1 raised to power 1 factorial, x raised to power minus 2. If I have y prime, it will be what? Minus 1 raised to power 2 factorial, x raised to power minus 3. If I move on to the next one, y prime, which is y to be minus 1 raised to power 3 factorial and x raised to power minus 4. Let me run to the n term, which I will have minus 1 raised to power. When I have 3, I have 3 here. It means raised to power n factorial, x raised to power minus n plus 1. It means plus 1. When it's 2 here, second derivative here, I'm having 3. Okay, which I can also write as well as minus 1 all bracket of n factorial divided by x raised to power n plus 1 x plus 1. That is my final answer, which is my y of n. That is my final answer. Now, that is very simple example on what? Higher derivative. Okay. Let me give out very common example in exam hall that are very, very common. Example, find the n derivative of the following. Any derivative of the following. Let me, first one can be y raised to power. Okay, let me have y can be equals to ln x plus 2. Another one can be, okay, x plus 2. Another one can be y. Another one, number 2, y equals to e raised to power minus 5x. Now, I want to do these two. Let me do these two and see how it will go. Let's see how it will go. Now, this is n. This is what? This is exponential. Now, the first one is solution. Solution number 1. If I differentiate y equals to ln x plus 2. Now, y prime of this, it will be what? 1 all over x plus 2, which is also the same thing as what? X plus 2 bracket of minus 1. Now, x plus 2 bracket of minus 1. If I have y prime prime, it will be minus 1 raised to power 1, 1 factorial s plus 2 bracket of what? Minus 2. If I have y prime prime prime, which is minus 1 raised to power 2, 2 factorial s plus 2 all bracket of minus 3. Now, can I run to the what? Okay, let me do one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. To the next n term now, which I will have minus 1 raised to power n minus 1, n minus 1 factorial, and s plus 2 minus raised to power minus n, which as well I can write this as also minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 factorial, all divided by s plus 2 all bracket of what? Of n. That is my nth term. That is my nth term. Now, that is my final answer for the what? For the nth derivative. With the help of this, I can find something. I can find 15 times. If I'm to find 15 times now, it means I want to find, for instance, I want to find 15 times. It means what I will just do is that I will just do it like this. N of 15. My n of 15 will now be what? Let me circle this question first. Okay, my n of 15 for instance, it means I want to find like 15 times. It means what? I will have minus 1 raised to power what? 15 minus 1, 15 minus 1, all divided by what? S plus 2, all bracket of what? Of 15, which I will have, I have minus 1 raised to power 14, 14 factorial, divided by what? S plus 2, all bracket of what? 15. That is my final answer, which I have 14 factorial with here. Okay, when you talk about factorial, I will explain that later. Okay, that is my solution for that. Now let's move on to the number 2, which is I have y equals to e raised to power x minus. Now the first one is solution. Y equals to e raised to power 5x. Y prime of it is to be minus 1, 5, e raised to power 5x. Now at this point, when we are talking about higher derivative, simplify less. Don't overdo. Once you overdo, you will run to problem. Don't overdo. Now y prime, it will be minus 1 raised to 2, 5 raised to power 2, e raised to power what? Minus x. If I have y prime, it will be minus 1, 3, 5 raised to power 3, e raised to power minus 5x. Now, can I run to the nth term? It will be y of nth. It will be equals to minus 1 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n, e raised to power minus 5x, which I can also as well present my answer this way. I can also present my answer this way: minus 1 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n divided by e raised to power 5x. I can as well present my answer in that way because of what? N raised to power minus is an inverse. Now, with help of this, I can find 7th term. If I should find 7th term, it means I don't need to run to anywhere. Wherever I see n, I'll put 7. Minus 1 raised to power 7, 5 raised to power 7 divided by 5x. That is my final answer for 7th term. That is all about that. Okay. Now, can I move on to the next one? The next one is trigonometry function. Trigonometry function. Okay. The next one is trigonometry function. Of higher derivative. Of higher derivative. Trigonometry function of higher derivative. Now, if I'm to explain trigonometry function, let me come from here. Okay. If I have something like this, this x function, this is y. Now, at this point, first period, second, third, fourth, and okay. Yes, this one will be 0. This one, I want to work on my one. If I'm talking about pi, my pi is something as 180 degree. My pi is as well as what? 180 degree. But pi in terms of degree is 180. Y in terms of rad is 22/7. Now, if I have that, my pi in terms of degree is what? 180. Is 0 pi here. This one is what? Pi divided by 2, which is 180 divided by 2. While this one, I will have 180, which is called pi. I can call it 2 pi all over 2. While this place will give me 3 pi all over 2. While this place will give me 4 pi all over 2. And so on and so forth. And so on and so forth. What I'm showing there, I'm indicating the what? The periods. Now, with this particular direction, it can go forward, sine, and cos successfully. It can go for sine and cos successfully. But don't forget that my tan can be equals to what? Sine x all over cos x. My tan is always equals to what? Sine x all over. Now, with the help of that, I can also go. Okay, let me move on with my explanation. Now, if I have my y equals to what? Sine x. Now, it means at 0 period, no problem. The first period, which is y prime, it will be what? Sine x plus pi all over 2. At second period, it will be what? Sine s plus 2 pi all over 2. At third period, I'll be having sine x plus 3 pi all over 2. Now I can now take it to what? To the nth period. If I'm talking about my n period, which is y of n, it will be what? Sine x plus nx all over 2. That is on what? Sine. If I can do the same thing for cos, I can do the same thing for what? For cos. This is 0 period, first period, second period, third period, and so on and so on. Now, if I have my y equals to cos x, this is at 0 period. Now, at the first period, I will have cos x plus 2, pi all over 2. At the second period, I will have cos x plus 2 pi all over 2. At the third one, I will have cos x plus 3 pi all over 2. Now, I can run to the n periods, which I will have cos x plus n pi all over 2. That is all. That is all. Now, if I want to do the same thing for tan, I want to do the same thing for tan. For instance, if I have my y equals to tan x, I can write my tan x as what? Sine x all over cos x. I can write it as well as that. Since I can write it as well, I can say that what? First period of this, I can move on with this. Sine x plus pi all over 2 divided by cos x plus all over what? All over 2. I can move on again by having, which is what? Sine x plus 2 pi all over 2 divided by what? Cos x plus 2 pi all over 2. I can also run to my what? To my n term, which I will have y of n. It will be what? Sine x plus n pi all over 2 divided by cos x plus n pi all over 2. That is all. That is all. And trigonometry ratio is comprised of 3, which is sine, cos, and tan. Each of them has reciprocal, which is cosec, sec, and cot. Okay, with the help of this, we can now solve some little problem on trigonometry. On trigonometry. For instance, we have to solve this particular question. Solve the following. Okay. We can solve this. Find nth derivative of the following. Derivative of the following. Okay, the first one, I have y equals to sine 3x. Next, second one, I have y equals to cos 5x. Okay. and to find the end derivative of this. You will now try this after tan y equals to tan 7x all over 2. 7x all over 2. Now try that after. Okay, let's solve this too. Okay, solution. Y equals to sine 3x. The first one is I will have sine 3 sine 3s plus pi all over 2. The second one is I will have 3 raised to power 2 sine 3s plus 2 pi all over 2. Please don't simplify. I know that 2 divided by 2 is 2 and it's 1. Therefore, I don't need to cut. Just leave it. I have my reason of doing that. And do the same if you are to perform any operation of this manner. Now, y of 3, I will be having 3 raised to power 3 sine 3x plus 3 pi all over 2. Can I run to the next n term? 1, 2, 3. Y of n can be equals to 3 raised to power n sine 3x plus n pi all over 2. That is my final answer. With the help of this, I can find my 20 terms. I can find my 50 terms, any of my terms. It means if I'm referring to 20 times now, I'm referring to 20 times. It means what? 3 raised to power 20 sine 3s plus what? 20 pi all over 2. And what is my pi? My pi is always equals to what? 180. It means I can see that what? 10, I can do whatever I want to do. That is my final answer. Now, let's move on to the next one. I have y equals to what? Cos 5x. That's solution, sorry. Now, my y prime of this, it will be what? 5 cos 5x plus pi all over 2. That is first period. Second period, I will be having 5 cos 5x plus 2 pi all over 2. Third period, I'll be having 5 raised to power 3 cos 5x plus 3 pi all over 2. I can now run to the n term. N term, I have 5 raised to power n cos 5s plus n pi all over 2. That's my final answer. Now try this. Drop your comments after. This is Further Solution Academy. Further Solution Academy. Further Solution Academy. Help us to share our videos, subscribe to our channel. Share and subscribe to our. Help us to share to our friends, your loved ones, and subscribe to our video. Thanks for watching.